Good day, ladies and gentlemen. On this interesting dark start, we are on the surface of a very brand new planet. We are exploring the Whirligig World mod created by Whirligig World, and on your screen, this huge egg-shaped airless body is called Mesbin. This will be our home planet from now. And it's it's really huge. It has a really strong gravity field. It has a really huge and strong gravity well as well. Yeah, and from here we will start our quest to explore the solar system. So we are playing carrier mode, and just like as always, we have to send our first little spacecraft to the non-existent air, or yeah, above the ground, and to get back there, because the planet has no atmosphere at all, you cannot rely on parachutes, but only on rockets. Right now, on those really small separatrons. Yeah. The story goes that something like about 1500 years ago, an exploration ship wanted to colonize one of Mesbin's moon called the Kerbman, but at arrival they did not count in the strong gravity of Mesbin, and in the end they are crashed down here. Yeah, I see that the quality of the video is not the best, but at least we have a lift off. That's because the recording program fucked up my shit. Yeah, but later it will be better. So yeah, don't worry. So after completing the first quest, we can finally unlock the liquid fuel engines, so we can land our spacecraft a more gentle way, and probably will not making new craters on the surface of planet of Mesbin. So our first craft was the dust hopper, so logically the second one will be the dust hopper 2, which hopefully will exceed and leave the exosphere behind. Yeah, I know that I said that Mesbin has no atmosphere, and that's true, but the creator of the mod implemented a so-called exosphere around Mesbin. So if you're playing carrier mode just like we are playing right now, you can complete the first 3 missions and then you can go onwards. Yeah, just collecting some science just as always, and then we have a quite fast liftoff. And with those boosters and rockets, we are finally and slowly getting to the edge of space. And with Valentina on the board, hopefully everything will be fine. We're at low space, finally getting some science. And I hope that everything will be fine, because I installed the dang it mode. So the engines and fuel tanks probably will fail over time. I don't. Yeah. It will be interesting, hopefully. Yeah. So slowly descending down, and as you can see, the KSP is getting in front of us, and that's because the planet rotates really fast. It's a huge planet, but for one rotation, it took about 25-30 minutes or so. And actually we can use it as our advantage in the future. But first of all, we have to land this craft safely and not exploding, but those fuel tanks were exploded. At least we are still alive, but we cannot leave our tin can. So I don't know we can call this a successful landing or not. but we are still alive at least. Yeah. So the next mission, just as let's say always, is to getting into the first orbit around the celestial body. In our case, around Mesbin, and with its strong and fast rotation, we can probably use it as our advantage. But just in case, we are unlocked the stronger boosters and the solar panels, so hopefully everything will be all right. Hopefully. So after accepting the mission, we can go and explore the deep space or the near space. So after building this huge and strong beast, we are on our way to leave those pesky Kerbals behind, and hopefully we'll reach orbit in no time. So as you can see, the trajectory of the spaceship or the spacecraft is jumping forward really fast, and that's not just because I sped up the video 4 times, but the rotation of the planet helps us, yeah, let's say, with its momentum. So getting more and more science as we are getting into space, and those boosters are almost empty. Yeah, so it's slowly getting time to detach them, and we can finally reach our first orbit. And why we are going retrograde? You have to go prograde, you dumb ass. Or you will crash into the freaking planet. Yeah. Goal achieved. We are on a Mesbin stationary orbit. And since I had a little bit fuel left, I played with the orbital heights. So I played with how close you can fly to the ground without crashing into it. Yeah, it's really weird. This is what you cannot do around Caribbean, or you will burn up in the atmosphere and die. Yeah. But yeah, eventually, if you mess up everything and with your smart mind and smart head, screw everything up, yeah, you will be just like our little space probe, and we are watching as it hopelessly screaming and falling to the ground, and probably will crash into it really soon, because it had no enough delta V to slow itself down. Yeah. So I also installed the strategy mode, and with this we can start our really first mission. We will explore Mesbin's first moon called Stman. It orbits on Mesbin stationary orbit as well, and you could think that this is an easy thing because you are going right up and then bam, you are there. But that's not the case, because the moon is really small. It's in at its Roche limits, so it has a really odd shape and a really weak gravity field. Yeah, this is Stman. It's a really awkward moon, and in our mission right now we have to land and explore 3 biomes. You can see that the moon has red and grayish parts. The reddish parts are the rust biomes, and the grayish are the metal. But the moon has no mineable ore, so you cannot mine on it. Yeah, but because the moon has a really weak gravity and it spins really fast, you have to be very careful where you want to land your spacecraft on it. Because if you want to land everything or everywhere else except the poles, the centrifugal force will throw your spacecraft out into space. So um, you have to land exactly on the center of the moon, yeah, where the poles are. Yeah, and then you can, yeah. Our first landing was not exactly at the poles, so you saw that the spacecraft started to move sideways. That's the force of the uh, centrifugal force, yeah. In any other cases where you want to, let's say, land uh, everywhere else except the poles, you have to push uh, yourself towards the moon so you can land on it, let's say, just like here. In any other way, you will fail. Yeah, and the moon is really awkward in a different way too, because when when you are in an orbit around the moon rotates Mesbin faster than you are orbiting around the moon. This moon is really weird. This is the most awkward planetary body I ever saw. Yeah. So the third and last biome we will explore and visit will be the craters. There are a couple of them on the surface of the moon, but we will choose the bigger one. If I'm correct, yeah, we are going for the bigger one, and the mission will be finished, at least. Getting much more science because we have to. Yeah, I said that you cannot mine on this planetary body, but if you're landing on the correct location, you can build a base on it. So you can spy on your fellow Kerbals if you if you desire. Yeah. Yeah, so this will be our first. Yeah, no. This will be the last biome visit, and hopefully we can land this little spacecraft safely. We should, because the low gravity will ensure that the landing speed should not be bigger than about 1 meter per second. So yeah, so we wanted to get an orbit around it once again, but because the moon orbits faster than we could orbit around the Stman, it crashed into our spaceship. Yeah. So anyway, our first couple of steps are done, and the next mission, which will be in the next video, hopefully will be the first manned space flights around Mesbin, and hopefully, if everything goes well, no one will die. I really hope so. So I really hope you like this first video of this series. If you do so, then please push that like button, and if you have something to say for me, I will read every comment you leave there. Until then, be safe and bye!